Hello, UHV. I am Dr. Laura Mammina. I'm a history professor here at the university, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a banned book that's near and dear to my heart, a book by historian Martha S. Jones called Vanguard: How Black Women Broke Barriers, Won the Vote, and Insisted on Equality for All. Now, you might be wondering, why is a history book on the list of banned books? And that's a great question. I actually wasn't aware of this until Martha S. Jones wrote an opinion editorial in the Washington Post in February about how her book had been nominated to receive an award and would be presented at a public forum at a library in Louisiana. The problem was that the library decided to reject having Jones come talk about her book. They said that the book was too political and they needed someone to represent the other side of the issue, which is interesting because it's a book about voting by African Americans, and the other side of that issue is the Ku Klux Klan and Jim Crow laws that prevented Black people from voting. So I want to read to you the introduction, or a paragraph from the introduction of Martha Jones's book. The introduction is called Our Mother's Gardens. I started writing Vanguard by collecting stories of the women in my own family. These begin as far back as I can trace with Nancy Bell Graves, who was born enslaved in 1808 in Danville, Kentucky. I wondered what it had been like for Nancy's daughters and granddaughters when, in 1920, the 19th Amendment opened a door to women's votes. That year, 3 generations of women in my family, from my grandmother to her mother's mother, faced the same question. Could they vote? And if so, what would they do with their ballots? And though I knew lots of family tales, I'd never heard any about how we fit into the story of American women's rise to power. I knew that Black women had won the vote unevenly in a struggle that took more than a century. They'd fought for their rights, hoping to change the lives of all Black Americans. They confronted an ugly mix of racism and sexism that stunted their aspirations. Still, I knew that I came from women who had always found a way to gather their strength and then promote the well-being of their community, the nation, and the world. Right. Thank you for joining me for this excerpt from Martha S. Jones's excellent book. Oftentimes we think of banned books as only being fictional books, books that are stories, but history is a part of those banned books too, because there are often certain people who don't like the way a lot of historians, including mostly Black historians, tell us stories about the history of the United States that maybe aren't as nice or as comforting as we usually like to think. Thanks for joining me, everyone, and I hope you enjoy Banned Books Week.